For more than 25 years, volunteers have spent one Saturday every September working to remove tons of trash and debris from along the shoreline of the Kanawha River. It's an annual tradition, and as the DEP's Mike Huff reports, for one volunteer, it's a family affair.
Caitlin Campbell brought a little help with her to Winfield for this year's Great Kanawha River Sweep.
Yeah, they're good. They all wanted to come and help. They were excited about it.
The Campbells often visit the beach area above the Winfield locks and dam to fish. Caitlin says she's surprised by how much trash people often leave behind.
We just wanted to come out and help clean up because we bring the kids down here to go fishing and couldn't believe how disgusting it was, people dumping trash.
But despite all the empty bottles and cans and fast food containers, conditions along the Kanawha have actually improved significantly over the years.
Our numbers are kind of down in terms of how much rubbish we're hauling out of the rivers, but I like to think that's because maybe the problem isn't quite as severe as it was when we first started, 28 years or so ago. I think people are a little more conscientious about how they dispose of their litter and solid waste, and so I think that kind of reflects in the amount of trash we've been pulling out of the rivers. Our volunteer numbers are still quite high, for which I'm very appreciative.
This year, volunteers removed nearly 2 tons of trash from 5 locations along the Kanawha, from Golly Bridge downstream to Winfield, including more than a dozen improperly dumped tires. Carrington says the Make It Shine program is looking to expand the sweep to include more sites in the coming years.
We get such a wide age range of people that want to volunteer. Sometimes picking appropriate sites can be difficult because we want, there to be relatively easy access to the riverbanks, for the elderly and for children. I would love to expand the program, and if anyone is interested in contacting me and recommending a place, I would be glad to consider it. Again, one of the things we have to think about is access and safety for our volunteers. Of course, it's a sad problem, but lately homeless encounters have become a little bit more common, and so I need to consider all of these things when looking at a site to add it to the Great Kanawha River cleanup. But I would be glad to take suggestions and take a look at them, and hopefully we can expand the number of sites we have next year and spread our volunteers out maybe a little bit more to the more troublesome spots, and perhaps increase our numbers in terms of trash and rubbish that we pull out of the river.
And that's what motivates most of these volunteers and what keeps them coming back year after year.
We want to make it cleaner so kids and people can come enjoy it safely without getting cut or hooked on something or worrying about running into all the trash, and want to make it look beautiful again. It's a beautiful area.
In Putnam County, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
If you have a site you'd like to suggest, or you'd like more information on how you or your group can volunteer for next year's cleanup, contact Terry at the number and the email address that you see on your screen. We hope to see you next September along the Kanawha.